Hi, this is Matt with the end of month-ish update for Wandering Trails as of the end of May of 2026. And I gotta tell you, we've stayed at a lot of campgrounds and a lot of places in our year and a half of doing this, and I have never, ever found a campground with this much in the way of diversity of campers that is also so quiet. It's like that we've got this entire place to ourselves. So I thought I'd walk and take a look at this gorgeous place and we'd give you an update on what we're doing. And if you like what we're doing and how we're honest and keeping it real, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, because that's what we do every month, is just trying to show you what life is on the road.
Trucks rumbling, coffee in hand, had a plan, yeah. This was the plan. We're rolling into the story, winging it naturally. A little bit of chaos, a little bit of wait and see if it all goes sideways, yeah. That's where we shine. Oh yeah, so buckle up, hang on. You're riding this ride with me.
Why are we here? Well, we've now owned Addie for about 5 months now, and 6 months, and we've had a couple of minor little problems, and we've talked about some of them. But we're here tomorrow, going into the repair bay, and we've got quite a few things that we've been stacking up, and they're going to take care of. And then we had one that we mentioned just the other day that occurred, and we're really thankful that they've been able to get us in and squeeze us in. And so the issue with the slide, which we'll show you here in a couple of minutes, is going to be, looks like the part's going to come in tomorrow. And they're going to be able to add it to the work order. So we're going to literally zip in and have the roof redone, resealed. We talked about that in the last video. I'll try and put a link down below to that one. And if you don't know about that, the long and the short of it, the mostly short, is that we discovered that there was an issue putting some of the sealant on our roof. Apparently, it appears it may be the first couple that went through the line early in 2026 with the new G's and the new roof, and the sealant wasn't applied with a primer or something like that. Anyway, there's a big video of it. We'll put it down below if you want to see some more of that. But so they're going to do that tomorrow, and then the other thing is that the little boo-boo that is self-inflicted on our own. We had Addie for less than a week, and we got into a campground that was really tight, and we were listening to the person who was helping park us, and they put us in a 3 degree of freedom scenario, and we ended up rubbing the rail and ripping the rail up. And so they've got all the parts in for that. They're going to do that. And then the third and final piece is the issue that we have with the slide. And when the slide, we went to bring the slide in, leaving Thousand Trails Conroe, I think it was. It turns out that the slide sweeper ripped up and started coming in, and so it did a good bit of damage. But we pulled in today and have talked to our service advisor, I guess is the equivalent term, and they are going to be getting the parts in. All the parts are here other than that, but it's on order, and they're hoping to have it overnighted, and it may actually be in tomorrow. So in the meantime, we've pulled in, and we're all set up, and we're going to be camping here in the parking lot until the service bays open up tomorrow morning. And they're going to corral the team and figure out what they're going to do, and we may have to leave Addie in their tender mercies, and Ada and Daisy and us will go have a long puppy day of fun and excitement so that they can work on the rig. But they have told us that we are going to be able to stay here and camp in their service bays or in their parking lot here until the work is done. So I got to tell you, this is really pretty cool. Working with with everyone on the team has just worked really well. It's been really fantastic, right? We called in a panic last week with the slide damage, and they said, yep, I was on the phone to the RV Fix folks and said, hey, you know, we're going to be in the service bay next week, you know, and can you get us in? And they said, yep, it's already sent. They know it's coming. I followed up with them a couple of days later because that was on a Saturday, and the service writer here was like, yeah, we know about it. We're getting the parts. You're going to be good. So that's what the plans for tomorrow are. But we'll bring you with us as we see the repairs during the week. I have a feeling we're going to be here for at least a couple of days. So all in all, other than the fact that we once again messed up the road map from we punched in how long it was going to take us to get from Lake Conroe to here, and we thought it was going to be a couple and a half hours or so, and it turned into 4.5 because somehow RV Trip Life keeps setting us at a 90-mile-an-hour average speed, regardless of how many times I reset it. So that took us a little bit longer, but today's been really, really great. And I have to say that thanks to all the people who are helping us get through this minor little incident. It's been really great working with everyone, and it's everything that you could expect. So it does matter who you buy your RV from, and we feel very fortunate that we have the group at Bish is supporting us and helping us with these problems. So I think we'll close by just making a comment. You know, if you haven't seen Josh's Memorial Day update, I encourage you to take a look at it. It's always full of good stuff, but his first 2 or 3 minutes this month was really special, and someone who's worked in the aero defense industry for years, those type of sentiments are appreciated, and I think he did it very well. So sending some love and respect to Josh. And hiya, folks. Thought we'd give an update on our week here at the Bish's RV of Longview, Texas Harvest Host. I'm kidding, but essentially that's what we've done. With how our week has gone, it's Friday night, and it's been both a week of excitement and then a week of some trepidation. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So Tuesday morning, we rolled Addie into the service bay and met Gunny Jeff, who was going to be taking care of us for the week. In about 20 minutes, he got the rub rail that we had damaged while trying to park at a campground a couple of months ago that we had pulled up. About 20 minutes, it was all it took him to do that, and he just did a fantastic job. We talked about sealant issues that we were seeing, and he looked at the records and he says, okay, I'll go take a look. It'll take me a couple of hours. And we went ahead and pulled it into the bay, and about a couple hours later, we came back and he was already done sealing it up. And what he showed us was that he had expected it to take several hours to do the inspection on the sealant. And basically what happened was that it just came up in big sheets. And I've got a picture here of what we pulled off, but he pulled up like the 14-inch Max Air fans and things like that just were coming up in big sheets. Instead of it taking him several hours to figure out what was loose on the roof, it took him like 45 minutes, he said. And so basically when he went and resealed the whole roof, what he did was he used Dicor, and he told me about some of the pros and cons of that, but everyone's really confident in Dicor, so he basically just Dicored the roof, and that was pretty cool. The next thing, however, was that he then went, while he had Addie in the bay, he went and started looking at the floor, and that's where things got bad. Basically, looking at the floor, he said, hey, you fractured the floor, the fiberglass is coming up, and it's being damaged, and he can do the work, but it would be a high risk thing. He doesn't have the slide keeper. He doesn't have the ability to take it off. They'd have to manually lift it in and out to pull the floor up. And it's just not something that he felt. He said that he could do it in an emergency and would be happy to do it, but he said that the chances of a really great success would be better someplace else. Kind of like having the surgeon say, hey, we're going to do the surgery somewhere at the city hospital than the local regional outpatient, right? So immediately the local team here, our service manager, her was absolutely fantastic, and she immediately went to work on our behalf. It was just a couple of hours, and she had called Brinkley and told them what the problem was and what was going on, and the response from Brinkley and Karina was very quick. Basically, we're in line to get, as soon as the parts can get in, we are going to be in line to have the slide removed and fixed. The challenge of this is that we're not able to get into the factory. Capacity constraints or timing or something, not really quite sure what, but the good news is that Bish's in Lincoln, Nebraska has a full-size body shop that can do this type of work. It's been a couple of days while we've worked on getting parts available and checking where things are. Apparently a couple things are back ordered and we have to wait for Lippert to get them manufactured and produced. But that's on its way. So in the next hopefully within the next couple of weeks, the parts will be in Lincoln, Nebraska. And we have decided that we are going to start moving towards Lincoln over the next couple of weeks. It's not fantastic, but it's something we can live with for a couple of days. And although Brinkley has, said, hey, come and drop the rig off and we'll put you up in a place, we may end up taking them up on that eventually as we get close for the couple of days that it's actually in service, but we can live with it for now. And moving the dogs and having them in an unfamiliar place in a B&B, and the dogs are great, but they're dogs, right? And so anytime you're in something like that, you have to worry about, accidents or incidental damage. It's just, for the inconvenience that it is, it's the juice isn't worth the squeeze, so to speak. So we're headed to a campground north of Longview, partially along the way to Lincoln, Nebraska, and we're going to be camping for the next couple of weeks and living with one slide in. Like I said, I think that if it's only a matter of a couple of weeks and some shipping time to get it in there, we'll make it just fine. And to be honest with you, I think we're still going to be able to take part in our summer plans, which we're all really looking forward to. But we may show up to our 4th of July campground a little later than what we'd hoped. But I think we're still on the way for doing that. If that changes, we will pivot and deal with the chaos, which is kind of our role, so to speak, and we'll go do something else. We're really looking forward to hanging out in the Lincoln area and getting to see some stuff. Not really been there very much, flown in and out of the airport and through various customers there, but haven't had a chance to really see a lot of cool stuff. So we're looking forward to that. Let's see. The last thing that I'm really excited about was that when we were pulling Addie into the bay for something, the gunny took a look at us and said, you know that your hitch isn't the right height, right? And we said, we don't know. And he went ahead and he showed me a little trick that basically is that he took a $1 bill or 20 or whatever was in his wallet and showed that there should be a bill height between the edge of your truck rails and the underside of the front cap. And in our case, it was only 2/3 of a $1 bill. And so he went ahead and while they were here, adjusted the height of the hitch. I am really excited about that because that's raised the height by about 2 inches. You know that we've had some interesting problems with our rubbing or with bottoming out when we go through truck stops and things like that, and I think that that's going to make a big difference. The other thing is that I happened to mention to him that we were coming up, our front tires were running about 3 to 4 degrees warmer than the middle, and the middle were running 3 or 4 degrees warmer than the back set of tires. And he and another technician who were sitting there talking to me says, well, that's because you're pitched forward too much. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to get it on the road and see how it rides. The other thing is that we're going to get it cat scaled and see if maybe that helps with some of our tongue weight, right? Since day one of picking these units up, we've talked and others have talked about how tongue heavy they are. I'm really excited. This may move hopefully a good bit of weight a little further back on those tires. So, from the Bish's RV lot in Longview, Texas, I gotta say, right, this has been what's happening. It's not ideal, but we've been really well taken care of here. Everyone has been wonderful. They've been very, very kind. They've let us stay here in Boondock in their parking lot and just been absolutely fantastic. So I can't recommend the dealership and the people here and the whole network with any higher than what I do. Well, I think that's about it from our trip to Longview. Hope that you've enjoyed it, and that if you're interested in seeing more about our slide repair and what it takes to get that fixed, that you maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Certainly a like would help as well for a small channel like ours. I just want to close with the comment that walking around and being coherent, Josh makes that look really, really easy, and I got to tell you, it's not, as you can tell by my fumbling. So, all respect for what he does on a monthly basis, and sending a lot of thoughts and support as you deal with your fan base. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.
I've been so many places, I've seen them all with open eyes. Seen islands, open spaces, Serengeti sun slowly rise. All these memories, I hold them near me when I sail the Aegean Sea. There's one place for me. Take me to that place where I come from. The only place where I really belong. Take me 'cause this voyage seems so long. Back to you. Ooh. Back to you.